Welcome everyone to week 7. We are jumping into our marketing section of the course, and we're going to do marketing for the majority of the remainder of the semester. We'll look at Google Ads and Google Analytics and play around with those two tools in a couple different ways. This is really just an introduction to Google Ads. It is time to create your campaign. And when we say create your campaign, it just means build the foundation for your campaign. You're not going to launch it. You're not even going to put in a lot of details. You're just building the framework there. And then we'll go through keywords, what they are, why they're important. We'll be doing a lot with keywords in the course. You'll have your discussion boards on those subjects and your reflection. Note that we are in between projects, so that's a great portion of the course right now. The next couple weeks we are in between projects, so you just have these assignments. We'll pick up projects later on in the course, and the remainder of the projects are simpler than what you've done in projects 1 and 2. Those are really the heavy lifting of the course. Excuse me. So we'll jump into this first assignment, create your ads campaign. And as I mentioned, you're just here to create the framework of your campaign. We will be working in Google Ads. There's a tutorial here that can get you oriented to Google Ads. And what we want from this assignment is to write a 150-word essay answering the questions below. Right? You're going to design your ad campaign and target a certain geographic location. You can customize it to devices. You'll as you go through the video, as well as the readings here, you will learn a little bit about automated versus manual bidding options. And I will explain a little bit more about that in just a moment. You'll also choose a daily budget. You want to make sure this is locked in. As long as you have a daily budget, Google won't run away and spend a lot of money if you're on an excuse me, an automated bidding option. It's very common to do an automated bidding option, and the daily budget is very reliable. That way you can choose how much money you want to spend on this. So just a note about automated versus manual bidding options. Google Ads works on a bidding system, meaning you write your ad and you decide which keywords you want to target. And if I'm launching a t-shirt business, then I'm going to target certain keywords, like a t-shirt. Say I'm selling penguin t-shirts, and so that's the keyword I want to target. Well, other people are targeting that keyword as well, and so I'm going to have a bid amount to see if I bid the most and can capture that top ad spot. If you choose an automated bidding option, then Google will bump you up so that you can win some of those bids on a regular basis, but still stay within your daily budget. So that's a really nice option. If not, you can set a manual bidding option, meaning you're saying this is how much I want to bid. You may win those, you may not win those. It just kind of depends. The last wrinkle in this, and we'll learn about this later on, is called a quality score. And Google takes into account not only how much you're willing to bid, but how high a quality your ad is. And the higher quality your ad is, the lower your bid has to be to win, because Google is going to take a combined score. And so if you have really high quality ads, you don't have to pay as much to win those bids, because Google wants high quality ads. And so we'll learn later on what a high quality ad is and what components create that, but that's what this means by automated or manual bidding options. Everything you do on Google Ads will be a bid to see if you can win that top ad placement spot for your company. And again, we'll learn more about this as the course goes on. You'll see reports on how well you're doing on these bids and how often you're winning those bids, and so Google will give you all that information. They want you to succeed in this. So 150-word essay was going to be your first assignment. Your second assignment. We got jumped into week 5. We're well past week 5. Let's go into our second assignment, which is your keyword basics. As I mentioned, we're going to spend a lot of time in keywords. That will form a foundation to this Google marketing campaign, also your search engine optimization. So we do a lot with keywords. And this assignment is really just to make 20 keywords. You'll brainstorm keywords, and I'll touch on that just a little bit, how to come up with those. And you'll put them onto a spreadsheet with these different columns. Right, so you'll have a group, theme, a match type, scrub, and comments for each word, and I'll go through these in just a second. But as you're thinking of keywords, because we'll do this so often in the course, I want you to think of one question to start you off. What need does your product or service fill? You want to be thinking from the perspective of your potential customer. And every product or service fills a need for your potential customers. So when they sit down and they're searching something on Google, what questions are they asking? What needs are you filling? If you start there, then think about what someone might search. And you can ask family or friends, if you were searching for this product or you had this need, what would you look for? And that can drive your keywords. So you'll come up with 20, and these can be phrases, they can be individual words, but you'll come up with 20 keywords. You want to think about them in themes. And so going back to that t-shirt business, if I'm selling penguin t-shirts, then some of my keywords are going to be around the group t-shirts, right? And clothing. And another group theme might be penguins or zoo animals, or I'm doing a poor job coming up with this off the top of my head, but that's your group theme. Your match type, notice down here these 4 match types. You want you want to mix up your match types, and so you want some broad keywords that are going to encompass a lot of different a broad area, right? T-shirt would be a very broad keyword because you could have tons of different kinds of t-shirts. You want phrases. So if somebody's searching for phrases, you want to include those as well, so it doesn't have to be limited to one keyword. Then you want a few exact words in there that are just very specific to your product or service. And you can even include negative keywords. So you can tell the campaign, if they search this word, don't have my ad bid for those keywords because I don't want to appear on those searches. And then if you decide not to use one of your keywords, put an X by the scrub. So that's a scrub column is when you're going to say, you know what, I came up with this in my brainstorming session, but I'm not going to use it. And so this is really about putting anything you can think of on this list. You're not going to use all of them. You don't want to use all of them. But as you know, in brainstorming, coming up with one idea can help lead you to another. And so hopefully over time, you're coming up with better and better keywords, and then you can scrub a bunch of them when you're done. And then you got a comments column at the end there to make a note for yourself. So that's your Excel spreadsheet, and then you'll have a Word document that says, what do you think are characteristics of a good keyword and what are characteristics of a bad keyword? And once you've been through all this, you'll have a good sense of good and bad keywords. So that is it for your keyword basics. We will do a lot of things with keywords throughout the semester, so be prepared on that. This is just an introductory exercise, but be prepared to revise those. And really, that's good, healthy business practice. You'll want to revise them every month or every 3 months or 6 months to have a really successful online business. You want that to be a good habit. You'll have your discussion board and your reflection, and that'll be it for this week. Please reach out if you've got specific questions about creating that ad campaign or jumping into the keyword basics. Looking ahead to next week. Next week is our lighter load before we really push through the end of the semester. So week 8 is a great time to catch up on some things. If you're in midterms, we don't have a midterm for this course, so you can focus a little bit more on that next week if you're still in midterms, or you can kind of recover from midterms in your other courses. So next week is a great week. We just have the one assignment. This week will be our standard format. And then after week 8, we kind of get into the real meat of the course, where we're launching campaigns and doing some more marketing. But if you'd like to talk more about these, please reach out. Appreciate your time, everyone.